Good Friday morning. This is 106.1 KYVZ. Joe Zurich visiting with Ag meteorologist Chris Sramek at Decision Weather Now, as well as America's Weather streaming channel. Chris, kind of a repeat of yesterday across the high plains.
Yeah, Joe, our weather pattern's really blocked up, and a lot of that has to do with the Hurricane Helene coming on shore there in the south and east. That hurricane has come on shore as a Category 3 hurricane. It's now moving its way through the Carolinas and up the Appalachian states, and will kind of just sit there and spin through the weekend and eventually rain itself out before it gets pushed off into the Atlantic coast with that cold front and system coming from the northwest Monday and Tuesday. So as that happens, we're going to be blocked up here with warm and dry weather air over the area in the central U.S. and the west, and that's going to fluctuate our temperatures very little. We're going to see high temperatures in the upper 80s to around that 90 degrees all 3 days, and we're also going to see our overnight low temperatures in those lower to mid 50s all 3 days. About the only difference that we have is probably showing up out there this morning is we do got a northwesterly breeze that'll turn to the north and east and eventually the east-southeast as we go through the day and into the evening. And that's got a little bit drier and cooler air to start off the morning. Again, we saw temperatures yesterday starting in the 40s, low 50s. We got a couple 40-degree readings out there this morning. We got a 49 in Oberlin and a 49 out there in Lyman. If you get to Goodland, you got a 52. You got a 51 in Oakley, 52 here in Atwood, 51 in McCook. And then this afternoon, we'll see a warm up, that 86, 87 degrees with that little bit of a cooler start. As far as tomorrow and Sunday go, if you're going out to Smokin on the Beaver or the Flatlanders days in Goodland, it's going to be warm. We're going to see temperatures up there right around that 90 degrees, that upper 80s, plenty of sunshine. Winds will be from the south at 5 to 15, so no windy conditions. And like we said, we're just going to be plenty of heat. Bring your sunscreen, water, and prepare for that. We do have that front that'll come through late Monday. We'll see temperatures heat up there into the 80s, maybe even the upper 80s if it doesn't come till after 3 o'clock there on Monday. But then we'll see a sharp drop Monday night and Tuesday. Overnight lows will go in the upper 30s out in Colorado, lower 40s across the border here in Kansas and Nebraska. And we'll see our highs there on Tuesday in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And that's what the temperature should be this time of year as we start the early parts of fall. However, Wednesday, we quickly warm back up. We got westerly and southwesterly flow coming back in. We'll go back into the middle to upper 80s, and that's ahead of another front Thursday and Friday. That, too, looks like it won't have any moisture to work with because it's all sitting to the east and southeast because of the hurricane. So we'll see temperatures there again to end the week in the upper 60s, low 70s, probably around that 40 degrees for the lows. You warm up again to the 80s on Saturday, and then there's a third system Saturday afternoon and Sunday that'll bring our temperatures again back down into the 60s. Lows might get closer to freezing with that one Sunday and Monday morning, but it too looks to be dry with no moisture to work with. So we're hanging out, looking further in the long range when that fourth system comes through around the 8th, 9th, and 10th. That one is showing about a quarter to a half inch of precipitation with it when it arrives. However, we got to watch another low pressure that could be developing in the Gulf that could turn into another hurricane down there in the south and east.
Once again, that's Ag meteorologist Chris Sramek at Decision Weather in Atwood, as well as America's Weather streaming channel. For KYVZ Radio, I'm Joe Zurich.